Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so today we're getting to something really interesting. It's about English and how it's kind of become this hidden layer in our global world. You use it all the time, right? Often without even thinking about it. But have you ever really stopped to unpack why? Why does it have such a huge influence? So our mission today is to dig into what's driving this dominance. We're drawing on some really fascinating insights from another podcast, actually, that did a great job breaking it all down.
Yeah, and the source material we looked at was really well done. It's a video podcast, very conversational. You know, they presented these complex ideas with this really natural back and forth, made it all feel quite accessible. It's the kind of vibe we're going for here, too.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. They posed the central question, and I bet it's something you've maybe wondered about too. Is it really necessary to speak English these days? And, you know, the quick answer might seem like yes, but there's a lot more to it. That's what we want to explore.
Well, if you look at the bigger picture, the answer is increasingly yes. The data, it just clearly shows English becoming more and more important. Its influence isn't just holding steady, it's actually growing pretty much everywhere.
And here's a stat from their analysis that really makes you think. Did you know over half of all websites are in English? 50%.
Wow, yeah.
It really stops you for a second when you consider your own browsing habits, right? And this isn't just random. It reflects how the internet first developed, mostly driven by English speakers. So English kind of got baked in from the start.
Exactly. And it's not just websites. This dominance, it stretches deep into science. I mean, think about academic journals, mostly English. International business, same story. Pop culture, too. English is basically the lingua franca, you know, that common language people use when they don't share a native one for all these huge areas.
Which brings us to careers. The source was very clear on this. A lot of jobs now, they actually require English. It's not just a nice to have anymore, it's often essential.
That's a really interesting point because even if you're not living in an English-speaking country, English is popping up more and more at work. Think about like the software you use every day or tools or dealing with clients from other countries. English is so often the common ground there. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? In your own job, are you seeing more English in job ads or with clients or even just, you know, company-wide emails? It's becoming really hard to miss.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just work stuff either. Think about the tech you use constantly. Your phone, apps. The source pointed out how popular apps, you know, Instagram, YouTube, they often just default to English settings. And maybe you just click OK without thinking because it's just normal now. It's just how it is for so many people.
And that connects directly to learning, actually, because tech is so English-centric. It means the best learning resources, the most detailed tutorials online, they're usually in English first. How many times have you searched for how to fix something on your computer or learn a new skill, and the clearest, best answer you found was in English? Happens all the time.
Okay, this leads to something fun, and they talked about the cultural side. We all know language shapes how you see things, right?
Yeah.
Especially with media. There's this real value in watching shows on, say, Netflix or listening to music in the original English. You get the full picture. I mean, come on, we've all heard a translated joke that just lands with a thud, right? Or watched a subtitled movie and felt like, I bet something got lost there. Those little nuances, they're everything.
Exactly, and the why behind that is so important. When you understand native English, you pick up on the humor better, the subtle ways people phrase things, the emotional undertones. It's not just about knowing the words. It's about really getting the feeling, the intention, the cultural background. It completely changes how you experience it. It's why, you know, trying to explain an idiom like break a leg for good luck makes zero literal sense if you just translate it. Or spill the beans for revealing a secret.
Right, the translation would be totally confusing in another language.
Yeah, the humor, the specific meaning is just gone.
Totally gone. You end up explaining the joke and, well, we all know that kills it instantly. It's subtle, but it makes a huge difference. So wrapping up the main idea from their analysis, English isn't just another language you can learn. It's really more like a global skill, a tool almost.
That's a great way to put it. It shifts how we think about it, right? From just learning words to gaining this really vital tool. You can even think of English as a kind of passport, not just for travel, but a key that unlocks knowledge, better jobs, different cultures. It's not some niche thing anymore. It's pretty fundamental if you want to engage globally today. So maybe take a second and think, how has English already opened doors for you?
It's a powerful thought. And just to echo the source's message, if you are learning English right now, keep going. Seriously, stick with it. You're genuinely unlocking so much opportunity.
Absolutely. And, for those of us who grew up speaking English, this whole conversation kind of highlights something important. It's a real privilege, this fluency. And maybe recognizing that means we can be a bit more mindful, maybe more helpful to people on their learning journey.
Yeah, definitely. And this idea of understanding language deeply, getting the humor, the expressions, the feelings behind the words, it really does change how you see another culture and maybe even yourself. Think about those idioms again. Break a leg, spill the beans. What does it really mean to get a joke like that or understand a subtle look or phrase in a language that's not your first? That connection, that's the real magic of language, isn't it? It lets you not just talk, but truly connect with the heart of another way of thinking, something to chew on.